It's insane.
I say we just go for it.
This is like in my eye where my Tourette's.
Oh, this one's mine. All right, ready?
We all know how tough being popular is these days, and it's even harder for those celebs who may be suffering from mental health issues. Number 1. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish opened up about her diagnosis on David Letterman's show, My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. The 20-year-old experienced a take on camera when speaking to David about how she was diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome at 11 years of age. Billie explains that she always has tics, and they never completely stop. Her frequent ones include wiggling the ear, raising the eyebrow, flexing the arms, and certain muscles. She said that these symptoms are subtle and often go unnoticed during conversations, but can be quite exhausting for her. When speaking about how people react to her symptoms, she says that people laugh at her because they think she's trying to be funny, and that extremely offends her.
So I'm sitting there answering the questions like, uh-huh. And then they start asking me questions, and I'm like, and then everyone's like, that's so funny. And they made a whole, there was tons of compilations like, this is so funny that Billie did this facial expression, when really it's just a bunch of tics.
Right.
Number 2. Camila Cabello. We all know Camila Cabello as the fun-loving, quirky singer out there, but many don't know that she's also suffering from mental health issues. The 27-year-old Havana artist wrote a heartfelt essay for WSJ magazine to mark Mental Health Awareness Month, where she disclosed her personal struggles with anxiety and obsessive-compulsive disorder. She suffered from crippling anxiety a few years ago and shares how she and her mom would read books about OCD in a hotel room. Since she was very desperate for relief, Camila openly admits that she didn't want to talk to anyone about her problem because she felt embarrassed and ashamed of how she was feeling in her mind. Camila underwent cognitive behavioral therapy, meditation, breathing exercises, and other techniques to manage her internal war. She now feels the healthiest and most connected with herself in life.
So many different ways, but therapy is really important to me. Being in nature, friendships, relationships, exercise. I feel like there's so many different ways, but therapy is a big one, for sure.
Number 3. Daniel Radcliffe. Many health issues seem to grapple the life of our dear Harry Potter. While the actor had a difficult relationship with alcohol just so he could cope up with life in public, he was also suffering from a serious mental health issue. Daniel Radcliffe was diagnosed with OCD when he was only 5 years old. In a 2012 interview, Daniel shared that his OCD compulsions were so severe that just the act of switching off a light could take him several minutes. He then sought therapy and had to repeat every sentence he spoke under his breath. Daniel also has a mild form of dyspraxia, which is a neurological disorder commonly associated with klutziness. Number 4. Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston battled with learning difficulty for the first 20 years of her life because she didn't know she was dyslexic. She simply felt that she wasn't as smart as the other children in school because she was diagnosed with dyslexia only in her 20s. She shares her experience during an eye checkup, where her eyes would jump forwards and go backwards, and she also had a little bit of a lazy eye, which they always have to correct in photos.